Hi everyone, I'm Zach, and I like movies, and I'm here to talk about Wicked for Good. So this is the part 2 of the smash hit that was last year's Wicked, part 1. This is this is Act 2 of the Broadway show, and it's basically that. It's basically pretty much just Act 2 of Wicked. And if you don't know the show or don't know much about Wicked itself, you have Glinda, the Good Witch, who's now stepping into a role as a public figure, and Elphaba is now being cast as the villain of Munchkin Land, the villain of the Land of Oz, as the Wicked Witch of the West. And you have the wizard, and the wizard is trying to stop her, and Elphaba is trying to fight off the wizard, fight off his propaganda, not just for her own sake, but also for this put upon underclass of animals with a capital A. So there's a lot of there's a darker tone from the first movie, and it digs into stuff about leaders selling a lie to a gullible public and stuff like that, and these public figures who know it's all a lie, but going along with it because, well, what else can they do? And it's like I said, it's basic. It's like the first movie. You have Ariana Grande as Glinda and Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba, and they are absolutely dynamite both by themselves and together, especially together. But in Wicked for Good, there's not much done to give them the best of their. Not much is done to give them the best of their abilities, because Act 2 for Wicked is not good. It is for one thing, the musical is very front loaded with its best songs. This is so, and even when they announced splitting these movies into two movies, on the one hand, yeah, absolutely, it makes total sense to leave them all leave them off on the high note, the barn-busting high note that is Defying Gravity, especially sung by Cynthia Erivo, who can absolutely bring it. But here's the other side of that coin, is that in Act 2, there's only less songs. You dig more into political landscape, sort of digging slightly into the political landscape of Oz, and it's just a bunch of nonsense. This is kind of stuff that was sort of done better in the book that it's based on by Gregory Maguire, which definitely dug into a much more cynically and much more even gruesomely about how the animals are held, the capital A animals are held captive and being publicly scapegoated for all the problems. Which we haven't. Certainly hits different in 2025 than it did back in 2005. But even so, the way that this movie the way that both this movie and Act 2 of the Broadway show pace these out in between their songs, it's very, very plotting. It's the pacing is just all over the place. Some things happen very smoothly, some things are just we hang on moments for just way too long. Characters are moving here and there, and also character motivation feels just kind of only Elphaba and Glinda are the ones that really feel the most consistent, because then you have Elphaba's sister Nessa, who becomes a governess of Munchkin Land, taken after her father, and that she has this kind of villainous turn as oh no, I bad her personal bad intention, her personal intentions went bad, and oh no, now I'm a witch, and it just it doesn't hit. And also Act 2 does this really kind of dumb prequelitis thing where here's the origin for this character, or here's how this iconic, this absolutely iconic thing from the original Wizard of Oz, the red shoes. Here's how we got the red shoes, and it's you seriously didn't need that. That's really It's really, really dumb. Like even the way that it's shot, it's like weird because you have like the reveal. I'll just say you have like the reveal of the Tin Man, and it's like it's played for horror, and yeah, obviously this is a much more cynical reading of like the Wizard of Oz, but like you have to remember this. You're shooting like you're shooting this transformation scene, and it's the Tin Man. The drama that it's going for doesn't land because it's the Tin Man from. It should read like parody, but it's asking me to take this seriously, like, and I can't. I'm sorry, I can't take it. You also have like a reveal for the Cowardly Lion, voiced for some reason by Coleman Domingo, and he only has like maybe 5 lines, like, and also like, really needs to be said. God, the CG in this movie is so overloaded. It's just the way this movie is shot and lit, just so flatly. The camera is just so unmotivated. It feels like there wasn't a director on set. I don't even know what like most of these actors were like sort of told or instructed to do, and outside of just like basic levels of like coverage blocking. I was like, okay, stand here. We're gonna do like a light push in and then pull back, or the camera's gonna just like drift slightly to the left and back to the right, and like it doesn't feel like there's any real motivation for like how things move, how things are shot, and God, the visuals on this movie are so garish. Which, like, to be clear, that was the case for the first movie. The first movie looks. Both these Wicked movies have the kind of visual splendor of a Phase 4 Marvel movie. But I was willing to more or less forgive the first movie, because at the very least you had these performers absolutely cooking with heat for these songs. And again, the first act of Wicked has the best songs. Act 2, you have like a reprise of No One Mourns. You have like reprises No One Mourns Wicked. You have like Thank Goodness, which is mostly an Ariana number with the ensemble. You have an Alphabet. You have No Good Deed, which I guess is one of the better ones because hey, you get Cynthia to just belt out. You just just like really belt out those bars. But then you have these like utterly lifeless rendition of As Long as You're Mine. Just utterly wasting Jonathan Bailey as Fiyero in this. He has chops, and even in the first one, with Dancing Through Life, you see he's like bursting with charisma, and yeah, you see why he's like the cool popular guy. But my God, man, like he's so wasted here. He's there again, and in that scene, there's not much that either of them are really given to do in terms of like selling the emotion of the scene, and like it reads so just like I'm checking my pulse sometimes just to feel that I'm alive watching this. And like really, the only song of any mirth in Act 2 is the title song for Good. And yeah, like again, like the first movie, when Glinda and Elphaba are together, the whole thing's working, and it's great. You don't really get enough of that in the back half, and it really doesn't help that like so much of that. And then like you have these two queens fighting over a man half the time. Like, come on. Oh God. Like I know it's all like we all love our doomed Yuris and stuff, but like it feels cheap. It honestly feels beneath them, which is weird to say that there's like Glinda the Good Witch deserves more dignity than fighting over a man with another woman. But yeah, it's kind of what I honestly expected, but I also wasn't expecting the like two movie original songs that help pad this thing out. This is like 2 hours 18 minutes. It probably could have been a cleaner, I don't know, maybe a tighter 2 hours, but I don't know. but also, so these songs are just, they really feel like just awards consideration, just solely here for awards considerations. But even so, the actors are doing all their good. You have Jeff Goldblum as the wizard, who's honestly a pretty good fit. Like he's not like a trained singer like Joel Grey is in the original Broadway cast. But to be fair, like he's bringing his kind of like very quirky charisma that we all love Jeff Goldblum for. And he's got some chops. I feel like as wasted as Jonathan Bailey is, he does what he can with what he's got. I only feel like the one that comes off the weakest is maybe Michelle Yeoh as Madame Morrible, mostly because like again, like what was she given to do? What like direction? Like, is there a director here? Anybody, an AD that can help her out? So yeah, I guess if you liked the first Wicked, and a lot of people do, it was a absolute smash, and a lot of buzz, a lot of love has been being sent this movie's way. Which again, I get it. Elphaba and Glinda they're very hard to hate. They're so, especially when you have actors like Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. And like Cynthia, she can do so much with her eyes. She has really a magnetic face, especially for the camera. Ariana Grande, I don't think she's given as much. The second act doesn't really play to the strengths of Glinda the character in terms of like what makes her like such a fun role to play. Like here she's mostly like, you know, bravely fighting through tears and quivering lips to like make a forced smile, like, oh Elfie. And it's God, again, no, I'm not besmirching the actresses here. They are the reason to see this movie, if anything. And so I feel like it's kind of just what I thought it would be. It's certainly Act 2 of Wicked, and if you liked Act 1, I don't doubt you'll at least get some fun out of this. There's but for every problem that I had with the first movie in terms of its visual palette, in terms of its sauceless directing, its plotted pace, at the very least, every positive that I can say about the first movie, there's less of that here. All the production design and the costuming it's still present here, but like there's way less of there's less good here that I can sort of sway my heart one way or the other. So it's mostly, it's in a generally speaking, just kind of you got great actors doing their best in a movie that's very sauceless. It's very there's just all these performances and these actors deserve better than they're given. They are just doesn't really work. I wish it worked for me, which isn't just in like that's kind of it. And I'm feeling a strong 3 to a light 4 on this. You'll probably enjoy it. Again, if you like Wicked, you'll probably like this. A lot of people still like Wicked, but like we didn't have a lot of people still made it through came back after intermission, despite like even here we had like a year-long intermission. Jesus. So very that's my general thoughts on Wicked for Good. Also makes me curious what the next like big blockbuster musical will be. Next musical adaptation will be. I'm open cabaret. We could really use a cabaret nowadays. And that's it for me. I'm Zach. I like movies. I like musicals too. And I got a lot more movies to watch. So much to watch. So little time to do it. And that'll be it for me. Like I said, I'm Zach. I like movies. What did you think of Wicked for Good? Did you like Wicked? Did you like the second act of Wicked? And go ahead, check it out, see what you think, and I will see you all next time. Take care of yourselves.